and your local Ford dealers.
Welcome to the State Fairgrounds, the 88th Boys State Basketball Championships, and tradition reigns as the Wahoo Warriors take the floor to go up against the Milford Eagles in the Class C1 State Basketball Championship. I'm John Bishop, alongside is Scott Kilberry. And from the home office in Wahoo, Nebraska, the Warriors with their head coach Mark Watton, 22-3, going for their 9th state championship against the Milford Eagles. This is their 2nd state championship game, but their first one since 1920 when they were the Class I champions. They beat Stockham 45-12.
Well, if anything, you mentioned tradition. Wahoo has plenty of it, and they're looking to get back to the title and pick up another one, and they may just do it, but then they have Milford standing in front of them with a man named Chad Geiger leading the way.
Chad Geiger, who is an all-state defensive back, will play football at UNO. He has been the spark plug for the Milford Eagle offense. We'll talk about him. We'll talk about the Warriors more in depth when we come back. The C1 State Championship from the Devaney Center. Stay tuned. This is going to be fun.
Every season brings a new challenge and a greater responsibility. In today's global market, how you manage your fields will affect over 31 families, beginning with your own. So you start with superior seed from NC Plus, professional agronomic support, and nearly 40 years of farmer-owned experience. When you shake the hand of your NC Plus dealer, it's not the end of a deal. It's the beginning of a commitment that will last through harvest. NC Plus, bringing technology down to earth.
Dad's one of the best farmers in the state, but when it comes to computers, he's no expert. So when I told him I could control all our Zematic irrigation systems from a computer, cell phone, or business band radio, he was skeptical. Then I told him about Zematic's 8-year, 8,000-hour drivetrain warranty. That got him. Yeah, don't know what he'd do without me.
See your Zematic dealer at Miller Agri-Sales in Friend and Spillenick Irrigation Incorporated in Elba.
You need your car serviced? You should see my dad.
Randy's a master technician at Park Place Chevrolet and Imports.
He's the best mechanic in the world. He repairs cars all day at Park Place, and at night he fixes my mom's car.
Randy attends General Motors technician training.
My dad says he likes fixing cars. He says when customers are happy, he's happy. Take your car to Park Place, and my dad will be happy to fix it. Park Place Chevrolet and Imports, 48th and O Street, Lincoln.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. We're getting set to tip off game number 5 in the books, Wahoo versus Milford.
Let's meet the players that will make up the C1 State Championship. Here's public address announcer Rich Broderson.
On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association and its member schools, welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the NSAA 1998 Nebraska High School Boys Basketball State Tournament. Now, for tonight's Class C1 championship game between the 22-2 Milford Eagles and the 22-3 Wahoo Warriors. Here are the lineups. First, the non-starters for Milford. Number 13, Dustin Hirschberger. Number 21, DJ Yoder. Number 25, Adam Walla. Number 31, Justin Tritch. Number 33, Nolan Ryle. Number 35, Vinny Pasho. And number 53, Rustin Riley. And now the non-starters for Wahoo. Number 25, Art Rose. Number 31, Jake Simon. Number 33, Josh Price. Number 21, Mike Brigham. Number 53, Nick Reimer. Number 54, John Febrol. And number 55, Tyler Tolene. And now, here are the starters for Milford. A 5'10" senior, number 11, Chad Geiger. A 5'9" junior, number 15, Brandon Stutzman. A 6' senior, number 41, TJ Reynolds. A 6'2" junior, number 45, Bryce Ruff. And a 6'3" senior, number 51, Dan Mathis. The assistant coaches for the Eagles are Steve Carrott and Lonnie Pullman, and the head coach of Milford is Tony Moeller. Now, here are the starters for Wahoo. A 5'10" junior, number 21, Heath Stukenholz. A 6'1" sophomore, number 23, Josh Kosiski. A 6'2" senior, number 42, Ryan Gertz. A 6'3" sophomore, number 44, Alex Shada. And a 6'3" senior, number 45, Grant Rubish. The assistant coaches for the Warriors are Darwin Lehman, Jerry Voberl, Scott Latham, and Guy Dunning. And the head coach of Wahoo is Mark Watton. The officials for tonight's Class C1 championship game are Todd Kramer and Lynn Moeller. The bench official is Doug Miller.
Now these teams, Milford and Wahoo, haven't met up this year. They definitely know each other from the football field, but after the next 32 minutes, they'll definitely be well acquainted with each other.
There's no question about it, Scott. You take a look at common opponents. These two schools have played 3 common opponents. Milford 2-1 against Wahoo Newman, Syracuse, and Raymond Central. Wahoo played Syracuse twice, so they are 4-0 against common opponents in this game. But the names from Wahoo teams of yore, the Glocks, Mick Anderson, Mike Simons, they're not here, but it's still Wahoo. The same fundamentals of basketball apply in ball handling, in defense, in rebounding, and in teamwork. And that's why Wahoo is back here at the state championship. They had a tough road through this state tournament. They had a couple of good teams they had to beat in Lincoln Christian and Albion. They handled both of those schools, and now they're in this state championship game for the first time in 2 years. For Milford, first championship game since 1920. Eagles have the basketball, and Geiger can't control it. Down the other way, it's Kosiski. Layup is good. Josh Kosiski, first 2 points of the basketball game, and they belong to the Warriors.
Coming off of a turnover, a little miscommunication there. Folks a little tight.
Geiger, long 3. No. In and out, no good. The rebound to Grant Rubish. Back the other way it comes to Alex Shada. Shada will bring it out. He's stuck in Holtz with the basketball. 2-0 Warriors. 7:15 to go, just underway here, Class C1 State Championship. Kosiski, the sophomore, to Ryan Gertz. Has to stop at the free throw line and give it back to Stuckenholtz. Stuckenholtz will move the basketball around. Rubish, here's a 3, wide open, it's good. After it's going to be 2.
That's a long 2. The 2 ball from the corner pocket is good, and that's a bad sign for Milford.
Ryan Gertz averages nearly 20 points a game. Lincoln Christian came out in the quarterfinals in a box-and-1 and tried to make the rest of the Warriors beat the Crusaders, and that's exactly what they did. Guys like Rubish and Shada and Kosiski and Stukenholtz all stepped up, played great offensively, and that's why the Wahoo Warriors are here, and maybe not the Christian Crusaders, who are a fine basketball team. High arching jump shot, no good from Brandon Stutzman, and Milford coming out shooting, but they're not making so far.
Wahoo with great interior defense. Credit them with that shutdown.
Gertz.
Gertz is hitting.
4 points for Gertz. It's 6-0 Wahoo. Chad Geiger with the basketball. Bryce Rock is 45. T.J. Reynolds had it for just a moment. Now to Geiger. Geiger works against Alex Shada and is fouled. Shada with the first personal of the basketball game.
Well, Milford needs to get the ball in the hands of Geiger, their point guard, their quarterback on the court, so he can create. If he's not shooting, he can get it to the open man, and right there, at least he drew a foul.
5:59 left, opening period. Wahoo with the first 6 points of the game. Warriors are 8-1 in the state title game. They won their first state championship in 1926. And they have gone 8-0 in state title games since. Their only loss was in 1924 when they lost to Dunbar by the whopping final score of 11-7. It's the only championship game loss for the Warriors.
That's tradition.
And you can credit Mick Anderson, the former head coach, with building that tradition. Helped start the Wahoo program that got the Wahoo youth involved in basketball at an early age. Open near side, a look down low. Nice move to the basket. Bryce Rock for the first 2 for the Eagles.
That's what Milford needs to do, pound it inside.
5:35 left first period, 6-2, Wahoo. Alex Shada to Koshiski. Josh Koshiski looks over the Milford defense. Gets it away to Stuckenholtz. Stuckenholtz works against Stutzman. To Grant Rubish. Shada has it. Shada looking around for Gertz. Gertz has a 3 if he wants it. Doesn't take it. Dribbles around. Finds Koshiski weaving outside. 3 from Gertz. No. Rebound to Dan Mathis. Chad Geiger with the basketball. Outside Stutzman. Now to Mathis. Mathis gives it off to Geiger. Pinned in the corner. Now they get it away. Mathis, jump shot, no. Rebound tapped out of there. Gertz falling away, saves it. Good play, Ryan Gertz, to keep it in play for Wahoo. Warriors with a 4-point lead. Early stages of this C1 state championship. Stuckenholtz and Koshiski are playing catch with it. Now they'll attack into the corner for Gertz.
Interesting with this 2-on-2 trapping zone that Milford has. Can't quite get Gertz there.
Ryan Gertz, nice underhand reverse layup. And it's 8-2. And Gertz has an early 6 points. Have to account for him. Geiger will take a 3. It's good, but there was a foul before the shot, and it was away from the shooter. So there's no field goal. The foul is on Alex Shada. It's his first. But there was no shot. Halfway through the first period, Warriors by 6.
Students and parents, NebHelp's new student loan rate saver lets you save big bucks on education loans. It's 2 points. Yes! Make on-time payments and watch your interest rate drop up to 2 points and score big savings with NebHelp Student Loan Rate Saver. For details, contact any Rate Saver lender or call the College Funding Hotline, 1-800-666-3721. Rate Saver, the best way to pay for college.
My son says we're spending too much time managing our center pivots. Then he says that with Zematic's latest technology, he can control our operation from his computer, cell phone, or business band radio. Then he tells me about the 8-year, 8,000-hour drivetrain warranty. It's good to see he wants a Zematic. I trained him well.
See your Zematic dealer at Holzfaster's Equipment Incorporated in Ogallala and Nebraska Grain Systems Incorporated in York.
Welcome back. Wahoo leading by 6, 8-2 early on in the state C1 state championship.
Nick Reimer checks in for head coach Mark Watton for the Wahoo Warriors, leading 8-2. The inbound after the foul. Foul was the second on Shada. Lost it off his foot, Geiger. Up ahead to Koshiski. Koshiski, bounce pass in the lane. Shot up, rolls home. And Ryan Gertz with an early 8 points. Milford's gonna have to find a way to slow him down. Gertz all over T.J. Reynolds. Reynolds finds he gets it out of harm's way. Now Geiger backs up with the dribble. Milford down an early 8 points. Long three on the way. No for Reynolds. Rebound to Gertz, but he was stepping on the baseline and out of bounds.
As a break for Milford, Gertz at both ends of the court. If he's not scoring, he's pulling the rebound down and getting things started.
Look there briefly at Coach Tony Muller. Here's a three-point shot, no. And the long rebound to Nick Reimer. Warriors right now in control. Koshiski, Stuckenholtz. 3 minutes to go, first period. It's 10-2. Gertz wants to look inside. Now brings it back. Milford, 2-1-2 zone, as Scott mentioned earlier. Looking for an answer here defensively. Koshiski will shoot the three. No. Rebound to Milford. It's Mathis to Geiger. Down low. Basket good. T.J. Reynolds.
A great baseline move by Reynolds.
And good ball movement that time, as it took 2 passes to get it there. 10-4. A good transition bucket for Milford. Could use a little shot of confidence here, down 6 early. Stuckenholtz works on Geiger. Has to back away. Here comes Gertz underneath, and he just lays it up and in. Milford not crashing down on him.
Looks like a confusion there. They may have switched back to man-to-man, and somebody not helping out.
Geiger in the right corner, wants to penetrate, lays it up and in. A nice move. He comes down hobbling, and then a foul. But the concern right now is for Chad Geiger, as the foul is on Nick Reimer. 13th foul against the Warriors.
Geiger in some pain there. Looks like he got a Charlie horse.
Well, he's still out there. Breaks free. Mathis, fade away. No. And the rebound to Wahoo. Warriors dominating early. They did the same exact thing to both Albion and Lincoln Christian. Got out to an early big lead and then just coasted the rest of the way. Or at least held on. Christian did make a run at him late. Outside with the basketball, Jake Simon had it for a touch. Now back to Koshiski. 90 seconds left, first period, 8-point Wahoo lead. A drive by Simon, a kick out, a three. No, but the rebound to Simon. Back underneath the basket, and that one will count.
Well, Milford out of position there. Jake Simon catches everyone by surprise because he gets in there for the rebound and the bucket, drawing the foul.
First personal foul, first team foul against the Eagles. And for Milford, number 21.
Foul is on Mathis. First foul on Milford. Jake Simon to the free throw line to make it an 11-point early lead. But they won't get the friendly bounce.
The Eagles have to take some initiative out there and start crashing the boards on their own.
Geiger, who has 47 points in the state championships, an open three from the corner, no. DJ Yoder. And Milford might be relying on threes a little too quickly here in this game. We're just in the first period. They've taken 5 already and have yet to connect. Under a minute to play. Koshiski around to Simon. 43 seconds left in the quarter. Stuckenholtz wants to look low. Finds his man. They have to bring it back out. Koshiski takes a three. No. Rebound tapped out of there to Gertz. And a beautiful sky shot. Ryan Gertz has 12 points in the first quarter. It's 16-4.
Milford's going to have to adjust to that. Do something about Gertz.
Reynolds across, open three, air ball. And Chad Geiger struggling early. 10 seconds left, plenty of time for Wahoo. Loose in the floor, outside it goes Stukenholtz.
Tough call there, 3 seconds in the lane.
It goes against Wahoo, 4.6 seconds left, a 12-point lead. Milford with 4, with 3, they might be content. I don't think they knew it was time left on the clock. The shot is up, the shot is no good. Milford took too much time in the backcourt. It's not been a well-played first quarter for the Eagles. They trail 16-4 at the end of one.
New Steel herbicide. Keeps weeds from getting through.
Not too many of the Warriors' shots are missing, but when they are, it seems Ryan Gertz is in the right place at the right time. He already has 12 points, and that's in the first quarter alone.
Wahoo shooting 67% in the first period to Milford's 2 of 11, 18%. Start of the second. Kosciuszki double dribbles. Kosciuszki with a brain fade there, wasn't sure what to do. Was going to double hand a pass across the timeline and then changed his mind in midstream and in turn double dribbles. Turnover, and Milford looking for a spark. A look down low, a kick back outside. Yoder penetrates and is fouled.
Well, the Eagles, like you said, looking for a spark, want to put that first quarter behind them. 16-4, the opening bracket. There's still 3 quarters to be played. Milford, a totally different team, hoping to come out here.
Jake Simon's first personal foul. 4th team foul against the Warriors. Outside, Reynolds thought about it from 3, now to Geiger. Geiger playing on the corner. He's still limping after the first period. But he's still out there. Milford needs him right now. Also needs him to make some shots. Yoder rejected from behind by Gertz, but it's kept alive by Milford. Geiger's 3 is good.
That's exactly what they need. That's a perfect way to start off the second quarter. Chad Geiger scoring.
16-7, 9-point lead. Simon, Rubish, or Shada, excuse me. Now to Gertz. A look for Rubish, number 45. Now around it goes to Simon. Here's Shada. Head fakes a 3. Outside it goes. Here's Simon for 3. No. Rebound crashing into Geiger. He falls to the ground. No call. Now Wahoo underneath. Layup good. Grant Rubish.
Rubish with some great court presence. He commits to the air and realizes he's underneath the bucket and somehow goes high off the window and gets the bucket to fall.
But Tony Muller is upset, and he has a good right to be, because Chad Geiger was smeared to the floor by Rubish going after the loose ball, but there was no call. And now the Milford Star is limping even worse than he had before. 18-7, Wahoo by 11. Geiger has it, takes a 3. Got another one.
Got it. He's gonna let him be, then he said, I'm gonna let it go.
18-10, Milford trails 8. 6:09 left first half. Simon outside the arc. Looks inside, wide open, nice feed. Wahoo is there, Rubish left baseline.
Breakdown in the defense, man totally wide open.
20-10, Wahoo doubling up on Milford early on. This is the C1 state title game. Simon pounding Yoder, and a foul. Alex Shada trying to convince the officials that it was a push-off by Yoder. But instead, it goes on Simon, his second, already the 15th foul against Wahoo in this first half. 5 minutes, 49 seconds left, second period. Wahoo leads Milford 20-10. Wahoo has come out of the gates red hot when shooting twos.
They certainly have. 10 for 10. 2-point field goals. Three-point land, however, 0 for 5. Somebody that's heating up right now from three-point land, Chad Geiger. He has 2 already. Those are only 2 field goals. He was 6 of 9 in the opening game against Morrill, and he hit his first 9 of 10 shots in that game. He's hoping to get heated up just the same in this second quarter.
Geiger also with 26 points in the win yesterday over Wayne in the semis. Geiger will inbound into the corner for Yoder. Yoder breaks away from his man. Pull-up jumper, yes. DJ Yoder's first points, 20-12. Wahoo by 8. Kashishki to Stuckenholtz. Stuckenholtz to Alex Shada. 5:25 left third period, or second period, first half. Stuckenholtz. Grant Rubish back to Kashishki. Shada looking for a cutter underneath. Gertz cutting along the baseline. Here's Stuckenholtz dribbling all the way around, drives baseline, and is fouled by Geiger. Chad Geiger with his first personal. And the second team foul against the Eagles.
Well, the Eagles resorting to that man-to-man defense, something that they started to use in the first quarter because they're abandoning the zone defense. A little confusion there. They're running a 1-2-2 or 1-3-1. Either way, it wasn't working for Milford.
5:02 left in the first half as Grant Rubish will depart. And to replace him in the lineup, Nick Reimer. Stuckenholtz at the free throw line. He's Stuckenholtz, a 5'10 junior, only averages 1.8 points per game, has had 9 points total in the state tournament. And his first point of the C1 championship game. TJ Reynolds will check in. Bryce Roth departs for Tony Muller. 5:02 left, first half, 21-12. Wahoo has led the whole way. They opened up with the game's first 6 points. Here's a jump shot, Yoder. Good.
That's what they need.
Geiger's going to need some help, and Yoder's come through on the last couple of series. He's got 4, 21-14. Shada had to go up in the air to retrieve the basketball. Gertz tried to strip him from behind. Now he pulls up and scores. Ryan Gertz is having a whale of a first half.
He sure is. He has the nice soft touch.
23-14. All the way across. Geiger penetrates. Looks down low. Has Reynolds way up in.
DJ Reynolds, that was a nice finger roll.
23-16. 4:10 left. Reimer. Shada. Underneath Stuckenholtz. Has to bring it out. Milford collapsing inside defensively. Now here's a drive. Shada all the way through. Knifes his way through the lane.
Defense wasn't expecting that because he's been kind of camping out on the perimeter.
Milford basketball down 9. Outside Yoder's 3. No. Long rebound, Reimer. Shada cross court. Stuckenholtz for 3. No. Rebound Milford. Geiger wants to run, but Wahoo back quickly on defense. Now he pulls up from the baseline. Not a wise shot. He had nobody there to help him offensively.
You're
he had to do that all by himself.
Exactly right. And a lot of times the last trip down before that, plenty of the Eagles not even going into box out. They're already retreating when they had an opportunity for an offensive rebound.
25-16. A near steal by Geiger. Kashishki. Stuckenholtz. 3 minutes to go. First half. Wahoo leads by 9. going for their 9th state championship. Stuckenholtz will back it up. Bruin offense being called out from the Wahoo bench. So I'm expecting Tyus Edney to come knifing through the floor at any moment. Or maybe Bill Walton. Pull-up jumper. They don't need him.
Boy, oh boy.
You don't need him when you got Ryan Gertz.
Ryan Gertz is putting on the hurts.
Wow. 16 points. 3 back the other way. In and out, no good. Justin Critch, and then a whistle and a foul. And it goes on Wahoo. Alex Shada.
That's his 3rd, I believe.
It is. So the 6'3" sophomore is in foul trouble very early with 2:22 left before halftime.
Well, Milford, they needed that lift, and they just start getting their offense going. It's one pass, a shot, and they're done. They need to pass it a little more. They need to look for the open man or high percentage shot.
2 minutes, 22 seconds left, first half, and it's the Warriors by 11.
Every season brings a new challenge and a greater responsibility. In today's global market, how you manage your fields will affect over 31 families, beginning with your own. So you start with superior seed from NC Plus, professional agronomic support, and nearly 40 years of farmer-owned experience. When you shake the hand of your NC Plus dealer, it's not the end of a deal. It's the beginning of a commitment that will last through harvest. NC Plus, bringing technology down to earth.
In today's public schools, our children are facing higher academic standards. Their courses are harder, more challenging, and that requires innovative instruction. In fact, you might not even recognize the classrooms of today. Then again, you might.
Okay, class, time's up. Put your pencils down and pass your papers forward.
Public schools work.
Welcome back, and Ryan Gertz is already close to his average for a game. He averages 19.5 points, but he's hitting from everywhere.
I don't think Ryan Gertz has missed a field goal opportunity in this game.
16 points already, and we're about 2.5 minutes away from halftime.
Nolan Ryle in. He will inbound for Milford, left of the basket. Crosses it out to Yoder. Yoder thought about it from 3 and lost it on the dribble. And knocked over Wahoo coach Mark Watton in the process with the basketball.
Eagles coming out with that trapping defense, but they forget somebody behind them.
Yes, they do, and his name is Josh Price, and that's his first 2. And Wahoo with an early 13-point lead. A look down low. Mathis drives baseline, kicks it out. Yoder drives, shoots, misses, too strong. Rebound Milford to Tritch. Justin Tritch. And we got a 3-second call against the Eagles.
Wow. Haven't seen many of the calls, but that's a warning. We heard it called earlier.
So Milford gives it right back to Wahoo. Simon is pressured. Simon is hounded. Simon is stolen by Nolan Ryle. Ryle wants to take it down himself. Layup to the basket, bounce!
Nice body control. Ryle with the body control. Goes right and goes left. Gets the bucket. A chance for a 3-point play.
Nolan Ryle, only 31 points all regular season. But that was a veteran play for the sophomore.
Went to the left hand.
Foul was on Kashishki. But he doesn't convert the 3, but he gets his miss. Puts it back up. It's blocked by Gertz. Gertz comes down with it. And then a foul called on Nolan Ryle as he reached in trying to get the basketball away from Ryan Gertz. 29-18. Wahoo's lead is 11 with 93 seconds left in the first half. Timeout on the floor, back with the final minute 33 of the first half after this.
If you want to go toss the disc, smack a homer, or score the game winner, you need to go to your local Ford dealer spring break. Find incredible deals this spring on America's most popular wheels. Like the 98 Ford Windstar for just $269 a month for 24 months. Get the family security package with electronic traction control, self-sealing tires, and remote keyless entry. Plus a 5-star safety rating, all for just $269 a month. What are you waiting for? Save cash and have fun. Get to your local Ford dealer spring break now.
Competition is good. Having a choice puts you in control. Utilities used to be monopolies, but that's changing today. Through the Nebraska Choice Gas Program, you could choose who supplies the natural gas to heat your home or run your business. One of your choices will be the Public Alliance for Community Energy. PACE is owned by Nebraska communities who have joined together to provide a competitive, reliable, and safe supply of natural gas. Choosing PACE keeps your money in Nebraska. If you don't choose PACE, you could pay more. Choose Community Energy from PACE and bring home some change.
Well, it was a 12-point Wahoo lead at the end of the first quarter. Now it's an 11-point lead as we're a minute and a half away from halftime.
It will be Wahoo basketball. Wahoo in the prominently gold jerseys, or yellow jerseys actually, with blue trim. Milford in the purple and white trim. 29-18. Warriors by 11. Simon. Here's Ryan Gertz, back to Simon. Mark Watton's team running clock here. Gertz. Up top it goes to Josh Price, now to Kashishki.
It's great ball movement and patience.
It's been the hallmark of Wahoo basketball over the years. Gertz, long three, no good. Geiger with the long rebound. Could have had a better shot selection there. Now a three back the other way for Milford. Up, no good. Mathis rebound. Outside it goes. Reynolds, head fake, pumps a shot up. No. Rebound tapped out of there. Bodies collide. Knocked out of bounds. Belongs to Wahoo. Or excuse me, to Milford. To Milford. 52.
You can see the different in styles as far as offense is concerned. Wahoo with the passing and looking for the interior shot, although they did take their share of perimeter shots.
Geiger pulls the trigger on a three. No good. Rebound Kashishki. Under 30 seconds left in the half. Wahoo. Kashishki sprints the floor to Simon with 22 seconds left. Wahoo's going to play for one shot. Simon drives inside. He's going to pull up instead and score. The bench was calling for one shot, but hey, if you can make them, go ahead.
Exactly.
31-18.
He was left open in the lane.
Milford rifles a pass across. Last touch by the Warriors. And the Warriors, if they're shooting inside of 19-9 for a 2-point field goal, are perfect so far. 15 of 15.
That'll help the field goal percentage. And that tells you why you want to look for the high percentage shot. Anything inside that arc.
But even so, not all of the shots have been high percentage. We've seen Gertz hit from anywhere from 15 to 16 feet away. Price and others for Wahoo. 2 seconds, 1 second. Geiger needs to get it off in a hurry. It would have counted, but it does not go. A good first half of basketball for the Wahoo offense and a good first half of basketball for the Wahoo defense. They lead at the halftime of the Class C1 championship game, 31-18, behind 16 points from Ryan Gertz, as Wahoo, as we mentioned, has been absolutely perfect from 2-point field goal range.
That's right. They are shooting the lights out, thanks due in part to Ryan Gertz. First quarter is what really hurt Milford. 16-4 was the score. 31-18, we stand at half. It's a 15-14 quarter, which means Milford pretty much matched Wahoo.
Let's go down courtside now to Luke Stuckmeyer.
I'm here with Coach Mark Watton of Wahoo Warriors. Jeez, are you guys hot? Unbelievable. I think you're perfect inside the three-point line.
Yeah, we're shooting it pretty well. Ryan Gertz is really lighting it up so far. Hopefully he can keep that going. You know, if he starts missing some shots, some other kids are going to have to step up.
Hope you get the same kind of shooting in the second half, I guess, huh?
Well, that would make it nice. That's for sure. We got to stay out of foul trouble. Yesterday they really let us play, and it was pretty physical, and they didn't call the touches and the reaches, but they're calling it pretty close, so we're going to have to react to that.
Good luck in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be back from the Devaney Center in just a moment.
With all its room, power, and payload, a Dodge truck can go just about anywhere. Right now, your Dodge dealer is taking this truck someplace a Dodge truck rarely goes, on sale. Announcing the National Dodge Truck Sale, where you can lease this Dodge Ram loaded with a mighty Magnum V8, air, and an automatic for just $229 a month. Or you can lease this hot Dakota Sport for just $169 a month and get a Magnum V6 at no extra charge. Select Dodge trucks now on sale at your friendly Dodge dealer.
I'm proud of him because of what he's done for us, what he's done for Nebraska.
Folks back home in St. Paul, Nebraska are pretty proud of John Christensen.
This is home. He remembers his roots, and that's what I appreciate. He is a man of the land.
He's genuine rural Nebraska.
He's got the values. That's how he was brought up.
It's exciting that someone from a small town like St. Paul is going to be our next governor.
The 10-11 Coaches All-State Team is brought to you in part by Alliant Communications.
It is Wahoo 31-18 over Milford at halftime in the C1 final. We have been talking about the all-state teams now for 2 weeks, including the girls tournament, and there have been some excellent players selected. The all-state basketball teams from 10-11 are selected by the coaches throughout the state of Nebraska. They are choosing players who have been outstanding all season long, showcasing their skills. Without further ado, here is your look at your C1 all-state boys team. Valley sends 2 talented players to this year's squad. Cleet Sampson holds the school record for career threes and is only a junior. The NHS member is also an all-state quarterback. Teammate Mike Gitt leads the Terriers in points and boards, contributing to his all-time Valley record in both categories. He averages a double-double for his career, along with shooting 62% from the field. Bill Johnson overcame injury to make this year's team. The 5'8" guard is an all-stater in cross-country and holds a 3.0 GPA. UNK, Hastings, Doane, and Midland have all shown interest in him. Milford coach Tom Mueller says Chad Geiger makes those players around him even better. He was super state as a D-back in football and is committed to UNO, where he'll play wide receiver next fall. Last but not least, Tom Cockle has been known to do some damage on the court, leading Lincoln Christian in points, assists, and steals. In the offseason, he competes in track for the Crusaders. And that's your boys' Class C1 All-State team.
Dad, no, it could be my boss calling about inventory. But it could be Megan. Okay, go ahead. Hold it! It could be the coach calling about a surprise practice.
Maybe it's time to get Caller ID Plus or Caller ID from Alliant Communications. Caller ID Plus displays and stores the names and numbers of incoming callers so you can see who's calling or who called while you were away. Order now and get free activation and free use of a Caller ID unit until May 1st. Call today. Alliant Communications, making it easier to communicate.
31-18, Wahoo at halftime, joined by Mark Rabick, Syracuse head coach. Talk a little bit about that C1 team. Tom Cockle from Lincoln Christian, a guy that averaged well over 20 points a game, and he's a heck of a ball player.
Right. We played Lincoln Christian in our district final game. He's a very difficult player to guard. He's 6'5". He plays well inside. The most difficult thing about it is he can shoot the three-pointer. And we had a lot of difficulty with him, but like I say, he's a very outstanding inside and outside player.
Talk about some of the other players. One of them out there is Chad Geiger, who's been trying to light it up for Milford, but the team's kind of struggling right now.
Well, Chad, he's an excellent player. I mean, the thing that's so great about Chad is he can shoot the ball from the outside, but his first step and his penetration is just outstanding. He's a very good assist maker. He's very hard to guard just because he'll shoot the three, and if you come out too tight on him, he'll go right around you.
Tell us about a couple of the other players. Your team has faced 4 out of the 5 players on the team.
Right. Besides Geiger from Milford and Cockle from Christian, Cleet Sampson from Valley, and Mike Gitt from Valley. Cleet's a 3-year starter for him. He's a junior. He's a great athlete, a great football player. He, too, is very hard to guard because he can shoot the three, take the ball to the hole. He's very physical. Mike Gidd, 6'6", senior, 4-year starter for him. He also can shoot well from the outside, but he was the best post player in our conference, and I think one of the best post players in Class C.
Coach, Wahoo was perfect inside the three-point arc in the first half. I think 15 of 15 or 16 of 16. They've been incredible, but you've played both of these two teams, and both of them are beatable.
Yes, Wahoo is doing everything they need to do. I guess one more player I wouldn't want to leave off is Bill Johnson from Wahoo Newman. Bill Johnson drew a lot of double teams from a lot of different teams, made his players around him really good, and so just want to make sure to mention him. He's a real great player from Wahoo Newman. And then Wahoo, this whole tournament, they've done everything they needed to do, make free throws, handle the ball well. Right now tonight, they're just executing their game plan.
Your Syracuse team gave them a run for their money. What do you expect for next year? You guys certainly wanted to be here this year, but expecting another good team next year?
Yeah, Capital Conference this year was very tough. Syracuse, Wahoo, Valley, Bennington. It was a very tough conference. Wahoo will be good next year, but we feel like we can challenge them again next year.
What can the fans at home expect to see out of these two teams in the second half, do you think?
Well, I think Wahoo's just going to keep doing what they're doing. They're executing very well. I think Milford's got to try to get some transition points. They've got to try to somehow free Geiger up somewhat because he kind of makes their team go, but I look for Wahoo to make it very difficult for him.
We'll see if Geiger can get on track in the second half. It should be a good one. Thanks for stopping by, Coach. We'll be back with the second half, Milford and Wahoo, in just a minute.
Fixing what's broken quickly and with care is what we do. Our employee owners are ready to deliver premier service 24 hours a day, every day, through state-of-the-art technology and around-the-clock customer support. But more importantly, we'll do whatever is necessary to ensure you receive the help, care, and value you deserve.
They can get you in right away.
Maybe that's why we're Iowa's largest domiciled home and auto insurer. Thank you. Ally Group. Without us, all you have is insurance.
Gas and Shop.
Say yes to SCC. At Southeast Community College, we provide vocational, technical, and academic transfer programs for students wishing to excel in a job of their choice. Southeast Community College offers small classes and outstanding educational facilities, all at an affordable price. We provide a proud tradition of quality education at our 3 campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford, plus continuing education programs in 23 communities in Southeast Nebraska. Say yes to SCC, Southeast Community College.
10-11 Statistics are brought to you in part by Allied Insurance.
The Wahoo Warriors in very familiar position at halftime of a state championship game, leading by 13 over Milford. And if you take a look at the first half statistics for each of these teams, you can see why. That 15 of 22 shooting for Wahoo in the first half is pretty impressive in and of itself. But then factor in that those 7 misses are all from 3-point range. That means Wahoo is perfect from inside the arc. That is an amazing statistic for Wahoo, and they've not all been high percentage shots either, as Ryan Gertz has 16 to lead all scoring, Simon with 4, Price and Shada each with 2, Rubish also has 4. For Milford, they are led by Chad Geiger. He's got 2 3-pointers, 6 points overall, 4 for Yoder, 4 for TJ Reynolds, and then 3 players each have 2 points apiece. 31-18 is your score at halftime, and you heard the coach from Syracuse talk about the fact that they need to find Chad Geiger a way to penetrate ninth through the lane. So far, it is not happening, and Geiger's only contributions so far offensively have been shooting those 2 3-pointers. Outside of that, he has struggled in this game, and Wahoo has done a great job of preventing him from knifing through the middle of the lane and opening up opportunities for the rest of his Milford Eagle teammates. He needs to find a way to do that, and these other teammates need to find a way to step up and play better in the second half, or Milford's going to have a very long 16 minutes of play against the Warriors. Back with the second half. More from Devaney when we continue after this.
To understand our dedication to keeping your car running its best, visit your team of pros at Big A Auto Parts. They'll have you back on the road in no time. Big A, America's Parts Pros.
See your Big A Parts Pro at A1 Auto Parts in Seneca, Kansas, Don's Auto and Machine Shop in Burwell, and Plymouth Co-op in Plymouth.
Put time on your side for once. New Holland twin-rotor combines put more grain in your tank in less time. You'll harvest faster with less loss, less damage. Hey, if time is money, isn't it time you visit your New Holland combine dealer?
Call your local New Holland dealer for more information.
New workers' compensation laws make it even more difficult to collect for work injuries. And insurance companies are making it far more difficult for the injured worker to obtain fair benefits. Friedman Law Offices has been representing injured workers for over 35 years. We have the experience and know-how to protect your rights. There's never a charge to find out if you have a case. Friedman Law Office has been helping injured people for over 35 years. It's what we do, it's all we do.
I'm here with Tony Muller, head coach of the Milford boys here. Boy, Wahoo's on fire. They're perfect inside the three-point arc. Just hope they cool off, I guess, in the second half.
Yeah, we saw they had quite a few points in the paint. We're just going to have to pick up our defense. We're going to probably have to get out of the 1-3-1 and go more hawk and man, and we're a much better defensive team, and that's what we got to do. Play better defense, they'll miss some shots.
Your team's down 13 at halftime. Kind of a quiet half for Chad Geiger, only 6 points, even though he's your leading scorer. I would assume you're going to try and work some things out for Chad here in the second half.
Yeah, we're going to, and we've got to penetrate. We've got to get the ball in the middle and get the big guys to establish something. Then we'll be able to kick out, and he'll have some room to operate. But, yeah, we're going to try to create some things with him.
Good luck in the second half. Thanks, Coach. We'll be back with the second half, Milford and Wahoo, when we return.
To understand our dedication to keeping your car running its best, visit your team of pros at Big A Auto Parts. They'll have you back on the road in no time. Big A, America's Parts Pros.
See your Big A Parts Pro at Salmon Auto Parts in Aurora, Bundy's Auto Supply in Fairbury, and Central Parts and Machines in Columbus and Albion.
Cuddle bug?
Matthew, did you take my Clearasil?
Oh, that. Well, what do you need it for anyway?
It's not just for zits you can see.
Clearasil helps prevent pimples before they start. 2 times better than the leading clear pore treatment.
That's why I use it every day.
Okay, you're right. I'll get my own. Cuddle bug.
What are you reading?
Clearasil Now. Clearer skin from now on.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center, where Wahoo is leading Milford 31-18. You know, entering this contest, each team has 22 victories. Of course, one of them is going to have one more than the other when the night's over, and it looks like if Wahoo keeps it up, they could have no problem.
Wahoo is definitely on cruise control, especially in the first half. They have done a fine job of limiting Chad Geiger to just 6 points, and in and of them themselves, shooting the ball very, very well.
Nice dish.
And a foul. And 2 shots coming up for Milford.
Boy, Dan Mathis was awfully quiet in the first half. I don't even think he had a field goal. It'd be nice to see him get on the board.
Mathis has not had a field goal. You are correct. The foul is on Grant Rubish. His first.
Milford, number 51, and Mathis, shooting 2.
Still looking for some points.
Mathis, the 6'3" senior, averages nearly 14 a game. (31-19). The lead is a dozen for the Warriors. Shada trap. Now they get it away. Kashishki into the offensive zone. Layup, no. Rebound to Gertz.
Gertz just has an extra sense about him where that ball's going.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have just seen the first missed two-point field goal attempt for Wahoo. Unfortunately, it has been a situation where Milford couldn't get the board.
Going after the ball. The Warriors seem to want it a little more right now.
33-19. Long inbounds play. It goes to DJ Reynolds. Now to Geiger. Brandon Stutzman. Geiger, open three. No. Rebound. Mathis had a shot at it, but it was Gertz coming away with it. Gertz wants to go coast to coast. Layup good, but a foul, and it's a charge on Ryan Gertz.
Way to get position, Brandon Stutzman there.
So the first foul on Ryan Gertz waves off the basket. Break for Milford.
Gertz was just taking advantage of the Eagles. They were kind of just jogging back, and he said, heck, I'm going for it.
33-19. Stutzman. Reynolds. All the way out between the circles. Now Geiger will have it. Geiger works on Stuckenholz.
You can see the Eagles are just kind of standing around. They're botched up in one block, and I mean, that makes it easy for the defense. But it's always nice when you can score like that.
Stutzman. Brandon Stutzman's first field goal. Underneath. Nice feed by Gertz. They had to bring it back out. In the lane. Rejected out of there by Reynolds. Geiger bounce pass up ahead. Stutzman. He drives inside. Layup too strong. Geiger with the board. The putback.
It was a nice pass.
And the foul.
Geiger to Stutzman. Had some trouble getting at the ball, but then again, he had a defender right in his face.
Josh Kashishki with his second personal foul, 13th foul of the half against the Warriors. And to the free throw line is Chad Geiger, who next year will be a UNO Maverick football player.
Mavs with a good football program. And Geiger should contribute.
Geiger is super state defensive back, as named by the Lincoln Journal-Star, but his first free throw is no good. Geiger averages 22 points a game, but is stuck on 6 right now.
Bringing out the press.
33-22. They get it across, though. Kashishki. Open is Gertz. Wide open is Gertz.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that's the second time that Milford has come up with the press, or maybe even more, but Wahoo has no problem breaking it, and that's where they get those easy buckets.
They need to find someone who can drape Gertz on those situations when they go into the press. Loose ball on the floor, and a tie-up is called. Possession arrow to Wahoo. As that time, Bryce Roth put it on the floor, nearly walked with it, and then was tied up. Wahoo gets it back, leading 13. Drive by Shada to Rubish. Back out to Gertz. Round it goes to Stuckenholz. 35-22. Shada thought about it from 3 for a moment. Back to Stuckenholz. Milford coming out in man here. Here's a drive inside. Underhand dish. Stuckenholz couldn't handle it. Now he shoots a pass down low. Shada underneath. Layup too strong. Gertz is there for the putback. No. Rebound fought for and controlled by Milford. Rare miss out of Ryan Gertz.
We saw a bunch of passes at the one end from Wahoo. Great patience. Let's see how many we get from Milford.
Then it's stolen away by Kashishki. He'll take it in, layup, and he's going to be fouled. Coming in quickly from the backside, TJ Reynolds prevents the shot.
Seems like Milford needs to step it up a little, step up the intensity, kind of lackadaisically passing the ball, creates turnovers. Another look at it right here. and all he could do was get the foul, T.J. Reynolds, to stop a potential 2 3-point play.
Kashishki's third point of the game. 36-22, a 14-point Wahoo lead. (37-22). Stutzman, long three, no. Rebound, tapped out to Kashishki. Kashishki wants to run. Wahoo pressing matters up the floor. Nearly stolen by Stutzman, but Kashishki keeps it alive between his legs. To Stuckenholtz. Now to Grant Rubish. Ryan Gertz. Spinning. Kicking it out. Underneath. Wide open. Defense overcommits. But the shot is no good. They'll get a second try at it. Foul from behind on Mathis. Send Grant Rubish to the line for 2.
Defense has got to get position there, Milford, or they're going to get burned by rebounds and in bad position and have to force some fouls. Got a timeout.
4 minutes, 29 seconds left in the first half, or third quarter. Third quarter, excuse me. Wahoo is rolling.
Students and parents, NebHelp's new student loan rate saver lets you save big bucks on education loans. It's 2 points. Yes! Make on-time payments and watch your interest rate drop up to 2 points and score big savings with NebHelp Student Loan Rate Saver. For details, contact any Rate Saver lender or call the College Funding Hotline, 1-800-666-3721. Rate Saver, the best way to pay for college.
With all its room, power, and payload, a Dodge truck can go just about anywhere. Right now, your Dodge dealer is taking this truck someplace a Dodge truck rarely goes, on sale. Announcing the National Dodge Truck Sale, where you can lease this Dodge Ram loaded with a mighty Magnum V8, air, and an automatic for just $229 a month. Or you can lease this hot Dakota Sport for just $169 a month and get a Magnum V6 at no extra charge. Select Dodge trucks now on sale at your friendly Dodge dealer.
This is what Wahoo's been doing all day, and that's the man that's been scoring all day too, it seems. Ryan Gertz.
20 of the 37 points belong to the 6'2 senior, Ryan Gertz. Right now at the free throw line, Grant Rubish. Five points for Grant Rubish, a 16-point Wahoo lead, biggest of the game. A long three, Stutzman. No good. Rebound to Gertz. Up ahead, Kashishki. Wahoo constantly pressing matters up the floor. They will not relent. As Gertz was rejected, had a body leaning into him. And that body was the one that belonged to Chad Geiger.
I'll tell you what, somebody that needs to establish himself on both ends of the floor is Dan Mathis. Averaging 13.7 points offensively, he has 1 point today. He needs to get in there defensively and be the intimidator.
Here's Gertz. Another in a long line of great Wahoo shooters. We mentioned Glock, Simons, Mike Hancock. Among those, Ryan Glock pretty good in his own right as well. 40-22. Under 4 minutes to play, third period. Warriors by 18. Geiger gets it out. Jumper, good. Rice rock. And that's what Milford's Geiger's been needing to do all day. Penetrate, get the defense to collapse on him, and then kick it outside for the open J. And a travel is called.
You're absolutely right.
Mark Watton showing as much emotion as you would show a coach with a 16-point cushion after that travel. He did a little hop step, like a little 10-year-old kid out there, just kind of both feet slamming into the ground.
You want to keep your team on their toes. You don't want to get too nonchalant on you.
No question about it. Stutzman keeps it alive. Geiger's three. Good!
There you go. His third tray.
40-27. Eagles trail by 13. Reimer hounded by Mathis. Simon to Shada. To Kashishki. 3 minutes to go. Third period. Gertz underneath, and he's fouled.
Gertz just inadvertently stuck his hand right in Geiger's eye. And I'm not sure if they're calling it against.
It's Bryce Roth.
Okay.
The 6'2 junior, number 45, called with the personal. Back in the game is Grant Rubish, as Shada will depart. Right at 3 minutes to go, third period, and back to the free throw line is Ryan Gertz.
One of the rare misses from Ryan Gertz.
.23 points for Ryan Gertz. 41-27. Game's not over yet, but Milford needs to really warm up. I don't even say heat up. Just a nice simmer right now will do.
Right.
Stutzman, lob, Roth, stripped and fouled.
That's what they need to do. They need to pound it inside, work it down low. Because once you establish inside, you actually heard Coach Muller talking about it. Establish the inside game so it can create more opportunities inside and out.
Bryce Roth to the free throw line. Fouls on Rubish, his second.
Rebounds right now killing Milford as well. Wahoo living large. 23-12 advantage in favor of the Warriors.
22nd timeout called by Mark Watton between free throws with 2:50 to go, third period, 41-28. Wahoo still with plenty of timeouts left, so too with Milford. Each team has 4. As you take a look at the Milford bench, Tony Muller talking things over with his team, trying to light a spark in somebody to wake up the echoes, as they would say in South Bend.
Well, we have TJ Reynolds. He has 4 points. He averages 11.5 for the Eagles. Dan Mathis averages nearly 14. He has 1. A couple of the guys that need to pick it up, and Geiger himself, he averages 22. He's sitting with 10.
And a lot of that credit to the Wahoo defense, which stifles its opponents to under 50 points a game, average. Second foul shot by Roth is true. 6 points for Roth. Pressure in the backcourt. Geiger hounding Simon. A 12-point lead, knocked away, stolen by Stutzman. Stutzman had Geiger, finds him on the open baseline. Jumper from 3, it's good!
Geiger, he knew it. He was pointing up top. He said, give me the ball, I'm gonna ram it home.
Hold everything. A 20-second timeout taken by Milford.
And it's
interesting
down.
Place for a timeout right after you hit an open 3. Here it is again.
Milford, you're right. If anything, they want to carry that momentum.
And right away you saw, and it was by design. It wasn't an accident. You saw Geiger, as soon as the shot dropped, immediately called timeout. Interesting strategy played out by Tony Muller. Usually you would think it'd be the other team that'd be calling a timeout to try to break the momentum. Right now it's a 9-point game.
Well, they just landed a 3-point bomb. That was Geiger hitting his 4th. In all, they have attempted more three-point field goals than 2-point attempts.
21-15 in that category. 41-32. Kashishki into the forward zone. Bounce pass in the lane, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Wahoo. Purple Power is alive.
Heads up play by Reynolds. Batting it off of the Warrior.
And just like that, we might have a basketball game on our hands.
Well, for the first time in a long time, we're into single-digit deficit.
Good point. Trich to Brandon Stutzman. Now Geiger, 2 minutes to go, third period. Long three, it's good!
It's down to 6.
It's 41-35. Good evening, everybody. The crowd is alive. The announcers are alive. And a foul. And it's going to be on Wahoo. And it's on Ryan Gertz. And maybe a little frustration.
Just like that, everybody in this gymnasium has awakened.
Here it is again, Justin Tritch's three. 41-35. What once was 17 is now 6. With a minute and a half to go, third period, a lot of time to play. Stutzman has it blocked by Gertz, but Stutzman right back after it, has it, drives, penetrates, underhand layup, no. Rebound to Grant Rubish. Up ahead it goes to Kashishki, to Shada. With a minute 14 left in the third, they want to slow it up a little bit. Ryan Gertz penetrates, free throw line jumper, good.
He decided to take things in his own hands. He said, just give me the ball, and he hits true.
43-35. This is a big possession for Milford. They need to answer. Simply because Ryan Gertz has been the drive killer as far as Milford is concerned. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by Gertz with 46.8 seconds left. Milford needs to keep this game in single digits. They have built up this momentum over the last couple of minutes. The last thing you want to do is have Ryan Gertz throw a bucket of cold water all over it.
Interesting to see what Coach Muller does right here with 46 seconds remaining. Obviously, plenty of time on the clock, but they could run this clock down if they run a patient offense and carry that momentum with a last shot into the fourth quarter.
Again kicked out of bounds. 43 seconds left. Into Geiger, 43-35. Geiger around to Yoder. DJ Yoder to Reynolds. Around the horn they go. Yoder's shot is blocked. Alex Shada with the block. A penetration. A two-point shot. Good. Yoder.
Wow. Yoder doesn't hesitate after getting rejected from three-point land and drains the two.
43-37. 14 seconds left in the period. Down to 12. Down to 10. Shada has it. Has the ball knocked away, but it's retrieved. With 5, with 4. They need to penetrate. With 3, with 2. Gertz is going to have to put up off balance. 3, off the front of the rim. One more biscuit for breakfast, and that's a 3. 43-37. Wahoo takes a 6-point lead into the fourth quarter.
Some see soil. You see potential, along with a million decisions in just as many hours in the field. But what you do is not just a job, it's a way of life. And there's more at stake than annual profits. That's why the decisions you make this winter are so important come fall. At NC Plus, our extensive research means less field work and higher yields for you. Do your yield work. See your NC Plus dealer for trial-proven hybrids. NC Plus, bringing technology down to earth.
In today's public schools, our children are facing higher academic standards. Their courses are harder, more challenging, and that requires innovative instruction. In fact, you might not even recognize the classrooms of today. Then again, you might.
Okay, class, time's up. Put your pencils down and pass your papers forward.
Public schools work.
Get ready for the final quarter of the Class C1 State Championship, and we have ourselves a new ball game.
Milford was down 17 points in the third quarter. They have cut the deficit to 6, and they have the basketball. Geiger, high pass inside. They look for Reynolds. Reynolds puts it on the floor once, puts it up, shot no. Knocked out of bounds. Saved by Kashishki. Nearly knocked out of bounds. Kashishki with the nice save. Up ahead to Gertz. It goes down to Shada. Shada nearly stolen away. He turns around and makes the jumper. Big basket for Alex Shada.
It's a big basket. He's been quiet for quite a while, getting only his second field goal.
45-37, back to an 8-point game. Just over 30 seconds into the final period. A collision. Who's the foul going to go on?
The foul is on DJ Yoder. His first personal foul.
And it's going to be on Reynolds. TJ Reynolds. Or is it Yoder? No, they have Yoder. My apologies, Yoder. 45-37. Wild pass out of bounds. Gertz had it thrown behind him.
Geiger was piping out instruction to his teammates after that last turnover. Let's see if the fellow Eagles take heed.
45-37. Milford trails by 8. Geiger moves inside, penetrates, hanging jumper, yes!
Wow, that's his first 2-point field goal. He has 4 threes.
45-39, back down to a 6-point lead. Stuckenholtz. Around it goes to Rubish. To Shada, 6:45 left in regulation. Shada penetrates on Reynolds. Cut off there. Looks for an open man. Stuckenholtz at the top of the key. Around it goes. Kashishki's 3 is off the mark. Rebound fought for, and it's brought down by Milford to Tritch. Up ahead it goes. Here comes Milford, and they pull it back. Outside for 2. Off the back iron, no good. But hard hustle by Reynolds. Opens up a 3. No. And an over-the-back call on Milford. It's going to go against Bryce Rock. Papers went flying here at our table as the players went whizzing by.
Well, it was new life when they received the offensive rebound. As we look at Coach Muller, a little concerned there. What his team maybe should have done is just set up the offense one more time or just look to ride the momentum that they had, but they still trail by 6.
Roth with the personal. Kashishki to Shada. Or excuse me, to Gertz. Gertz, free throw line jumper. What can you say?
Wow. He is not missing. He is not missing. In fact, they should consider some kind of junk defense, maybe box and 1, maybe a trap on him because he is the hot hand.
Geiger for 3. No. Rebound, Shada. 47-39. Wahoo can go back up by double digits. It seems to me that the strategy is that we know Gertz is going to get his points, so let's break down everyone else and make the big guy beat us. He's done that so far. I don't know if that's the strategy as we have a traveling call. It just appears that that's the case because right now, nothing different is being thrown at the Wahoo forward.
Well, he's definitely hot, and you figured, well, it's a different half, a different quarter. He's going to cool off. But he has the hot hand, and he's just carrying the Wahoo Warriors right now.
27 points for Gertz. Milford basketball trailing by 8. Reynolds.
Got to get some mobility out there.
Geiger's 3, in and out. Rebound to Rubish. To Kashishki, coming up on 5 minutes to go in the ball game. 47-39 Warriors. Looking for a cutter. And now Shada yells at Gertz, tells him to get down low. Interior pass knocked away, but retrieved by Shada. Whistle and a push-off, foul on Milford. It's going against Brandon Stutzman, his first. And it's the 7th foul on Milford, which means Wahoo goes to the free throw line for 1 and 1, and to the free throw line will be the 6-foot sophomore, Jake Simon.
Well, you can only imagine that the Warriors are going to be banging inside from here on out since they are in the bonus. If they don't get the 2-point field goal, they'll try to draw a foul and go to the charity stripe.
Simon, though, misses the front end of the 1 and 1. 4:35 left, still an 8-point game. Milford still alive here. Mathis outside for Tritch. Milford skips a pass across. Here's another three from Geiger. It's good.
Nothing but net. Timeout.
And a 20-second timeout taken by Tony Muller. Second time today we have seen Geiger drain a three, and then they call a quick timeout.
Well, the last time he drained a three and they called a timeout, he cut the lead to 6. Now we're down to 5. You have to wonder, is that going to not really open things up, but maybe bring a defender out on him and maybe get some more high percentage shots underneath to the likes of Dan Mathis, who averages nearly 14 points a game, only has 1 to this point.
2 timeouts left for Milford, 3 for Wahoo. Wahoo still has a foul to give before putting the Eagles in the bonus. Milford already has Wahoo in the bonus. We have 4:23 to go. It's now a 5-point Warrior lead. Wahoo was cruising through 3 quarters. Actually through about 2.5. A late third quarter run brought Milford back in the game. Ball knocked away and out of bounds.
Once again, the Warriors doing a good job of breaking that soft press in the backcourt and nearly catches Milford asleep.
4:13 left in the game. Warriors with the basketball and a 5-point lead.
So if you just gotta make that jump, catch air, or get on that board, you gotta get to your local Ford dealer spring break first, where you'll find the hottest deals on Ford's hottest vehicles, like the all-new 98 Ford Ranger for just $189 a month for 24 months. Get a CD player, remote keyless entry, and deep dish aluminum wheels, all for just $189 a month. So what are you waiting for? This year, jump in and start your spring off right with a Ranger at your local Ford dealer spring break now, because the fun starts here.
Competition is good. Having a choice puts you in control. Utilities used to be monopolies, but that's changing today. Through the Nebraska Choice Gas Program, you could choose who supplies the natural gas to heat your home or run your business. One of your choices will be the Public Alliance for Community Energy. PACE is owned by Nebraska communities who have joined together to provide a competitive, reliable, and safe supply of natural gas. Choosing PACE keeps your money in Nebraska. If you don't choose PACE, you could pay more. Choose Community Energy from PACE and bring home some change.
Well, you'd think what has kept Milford alive is the three-point bomb. Chad Geiger accounting for 5 of Milford's 6 three-pointers, but they have attempted quite a few of those.
27. That's amazing.
6 of 27.
Well, that's the bulk of the offense. 47-42, coming up on halfway to go in the 4th period. Kashishki. This is the closest the game has been since the first quarter. Kashishki freed on a pick, now outside to Shada. Shada to Gertz. Kashishki dribbles around, slips on the floor, pulled from behind by Geiger. They feed him down at the other end. Geiger drives, he scores, he's fouled, and that basket could count. Oh, Chad Geiger. Does the basket count, though?
I believe it does.
Yes, it does.
Geiger, he started this whole thing. He batted the ball away and then takes off on the break, is at the business end, gets the hoop and the foul, and another big momentum shift and a chance to draw within 2.
How do you do? Geiger has 18 points. Or is that 20? He converts the three-point play.
21.
21 points. 47-45. Eagles trail by 2. A 15-point swing since midway 3rd quarter when it was a 17-point Wahoo lead. Outside it goes. Gertz, pull-up jumper. There he goes again.
Still hitting. Well, at least the Eagles got a hand in his face. There's nothing you can do when the guy's shooting unconscious like that.
3-point shot back the other way. Off no good. Bounced off the head of a Wahoo player. We have a tie-up possession arrow to Wahoo with 3:06 left. 49-45. But as much as we talked about Ryan Gertz today, Scott, he's got 29. But nobody else has really stepped up to help out offensively for Wahoo, which in turn is part of a weakness and maybe part of the reason why Milford has been able to crawl back into the game.
That's right. Kosishki, who averages 12.5 points, only has 4.
Timeout on the floor. 3:06 to go in the C1 title.
Now, I've been telling you that 98% of all Chevy trucks purchased in the last 10 years are still on the road getting the job done. Ford's been telling you they sell more trucks than Chevy. Both statements are true. So if Ford sells more trucks, but there are more Chevys still on the road, where are all of those Fords? I think you already know. If quality and dependability are important to you, buy genuine Chevrolet trucks.
Say yes to SCC. At Southeast Community College, we provide vocational, technical, and academic transfer programs for students wishing to excel in a job of their choice. Southeast Community College offers small classes and outstanding educational facilities, all at an affordable price. We provide a proud tradition of quality education at our 3 campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford, plus continuing education programs in 23 communities in Southeast Nebraska. Say yes to SCC, Southeast Community College.
Here we go, the man with the hot hand, and that is Ryan Gertz. He is virtually unstoppable this entire game.
29 points for the Wahoo senior. He has played a great basketball game. Now he can get just a little bit of help from his teammates. Offensively, that is. Not that they haven't been sleeping at the wheel, but to get some more offensive production out of one of the other hot shooters, Wahoo might be able to pull away, but right now it's a 4-point lead with 2:47 left. Shada has to stop on the dribble. 5-second count is on, and a bump and a foul, and the foul is going to be on Justin Tritch.
Well, we talked about the shooting percentage of Milford, 22%, what we talked about earlier, and Wahoo held Albion, one of the hotter teams in the state, to 32% shooting, and it's great defense like that that helps out your team at both ends of the court.
Gertz, clutch 1-and-1. 30 points.
Wow.
.31 points. 5 for 6 unofficially at the foul line. It's back to a 6-point lead. We're 2.5 minutes left to play. Geiger, Reynolds to Tritch. Back to Reynolds now. Reynolds and Tritch playing catch. Tritch is going to take a 3. No good. Rebound Mathis. Mathis stripped by Kosishki. Great play by the Wahoo point guard. He stripped the ball away.
Might have been better off not dribbling that ball and just going right back up with it.
Now, let's see, Milford knocks it away from behind. It was Stutzman, but it goes out of bounds. Wahoo perhaps asking for a reach-in foul.
Right about now, Wahoo is saying, use the clock now, set up the stall offense, because now at the 2-minute mark, leading by 6, no sense in hurrying things up if you're a Warrior.
Gertz out between the circles, works against Stutzman, tried to strip it away. Gertz, nice ball handling skills, keeps it alive. To Kosishki, 1:45 left. 51-45. Milford trails by 6. Wahoo has led the whole way.
Gonna have to stop this clock.
They have to. They're gonna have to start the foul here. Wahoo is burning way too much time for Milford's sake. And now finally a foul called as Josh Kosishki will go to the line for 2 very important free throws.
1.5 minutes remaining, leading by 6. The Warriors can start to put some icing on the cake if they can bury the free throws.
1:29 to go. Josh Kosishki, a 6'1 sophomore, averaging 12.3 points per game. He has 4 today. He's 2 for 2 at the free throw line. The tradition of Wahoo basketball built on fundamentals. One of the basic fundamentals of basketball is make your free throws. In and out. Just a bit strong. 7-point lead. Geiger, off balance three, no. Rebound, Geiger somehow comes away with it. He's trapped in the corner. Tries to rifle a pass along the baseline. Knocked out of bounds by Wahoo, or is it a foul? It's a foul.
It is a foul. You talked about fundamentals at the free throw line and fundamentals defensively. That's what Wahoo has. They are strong at both ends of the court.
Grant Rubish called with the personal. 1-1 for Dan Mathis. Too strong, no good. High leaping rebound out of there by Rubish, and then a strip and a foul by Milford. You got to make your free throws when you're down 7. Anytime you can score with the clock stopped is beneficial. But for Milford, it didn't work that time. And now all the way out on the floor, Mark Watton talking to one of his players, now retreats. Heath Stukenholtz, just 1 point today. That came at the free throw line. Eight-point lead. Wahoo getting closer to a 9th state championship. (54-45). Now they really need those threes. Reynolds. They're going to go down low. Mathis can't get the shot to fall. Gertz with the rebound, and a foul called with 59.7 seconds left. And Ryan Gertz may have pulled down the rebound that'll send Wahoo home a state champion.
That's right. The Wahoo faithful is feeling it right now, and the home office has got to be pleased.
They are so proud of their basketball team. They are equally as proud of the fact that they petitioned the David Letterman Show to get their town mentioned as the home office, as a timeout is called by Milford. At one point in time, the billboard outside of town celebrated the Wahoo Warrior basketball program and the Wahoo Newman basketball program. Both won state championships. Of course, Wahoo winning 8 over a period of time. And then when they got the late show, all of a sudden the billboard started to change, and now it proudly displays Wahoo, Nebraska, home office of the David Letterman Top 10 list. And they've gone as so far in downtown Wahoo to put a phone booth there with another sign proclaiming the home office, and essentially what they're saying is the phone booth is the home office.
Right. Well, they're going to have to put a new #1 on the top 10 list.
In fact, at one point, when Wahoo was petitioning the show, I believe at the present time, the current home office was in Battle Creek, Michigan. And a suggestion was made that for Wahoo to get the home office away from Battle Creek, that they play a basketball game, Battle Creek's best against Wahoo's best. And I'll tell you, with Wahoo and the great tradition and the great players they've had over the years, I don't think Battle Creek would have stood a chance. And that's a much bigger town than Wahoo, Nebraska. Of course, I haven't seen Battle Creek play, but still, Wahoo can play with just about anybody because they are so good at the fundamentals. And you can't stress that enough. It started with Mick Anderson and continues with Mark Watton.
Fundamentally sound. Ryan Gertz canning his 33rd point of the game.
It's back to a 10-point lead. In and out. 55-45. Milford made a game effort of it. Short by Tritch, rebound Wahoo. Under 50 seconds to go and another foul. And head coach Tony Muller sees the writing on the wall.
Well, under a minute remaining, trailing by 10. A glimmer of hope out there if you could can at least three three-pointers and a foul shot or a field goal along the way. It's a lot to call for with 49 seconds.
Certainly is. Alex Shada to the free throw line. Shada has 4 points today. In and out, and Shada very upset with himself.
Shada just a sophomore. getting plenty of quality time in there. He had 16 points on Thursday. Has 5 tonight.
56-45. The countdown can begin in Wahoo, Nebraska. Here's a 3 by Reynolds. Long rebound to Stuckenholtz. And a touch foul in the backcourt.
You have all the players just send to the line. Sending Mr. Money there.
Yeah. We said at the beginning of the broadcast, way back at 9:30 this morning, that the theme of this tournament was tradition. We've already seen it today. Grant making it to a state championship, though they did get beat by West Point Central Catholic. Lincoln Northeast, Philly, and now Wahoo in their 30th state championship tournament will win their 9th championship. Free throw in and out, 57-45. Under 30 seconds to play. Stutzman's 3 off the mark. Rebound underneath. Mathis blocked and fouled. A great effort by the Milford Eagles. They started very slowly, struggled through 2.5 quarters, made a furious run between the midway of the 3rd and midway of the 4th, cut it to as close as 2 points as we see some Wahoo reserves coming in off the bench. Nick Reimer is back in. Mathis at the free throw line. And Mathis still stuck on that 1 point that he had on the 1 free throw all the way back in the 3rd quarter. No.
Nothing bouncing for Mathis. 1 solitary point.
Gertz will bring it across. Countdown is on. Wahoo. Wahoo. A 9th state championship. And Milford will just back off.
Look at Coach. He is moved to emotion right now.
You would think after 9 state championships, 8 of those coming in the last 10 years, that it would become business as usual. But hey, these are just kids. And this is fun for them. Basketball is still fun at this age. And winning a championship makes it even better. 57-45. Congratulations, Warriors. State champions again. Back after this.
Students and parents, NebHelp's new student loan rate saver lets you save big bucks on education loans. It's 2 points. Yes! Make on-time payments and watch your interest rate drop up to 2 points and score big savings with NebHelp Student Loan Rate Saver. For details, contact any Rate Saver lender or call the College Funding Hotline, 1-800-666-3721. Rate Saver, the best way to pay for college.
I've gotten a great education and one-on-one contact with the teachers, and now I'm debt-free and all of my credits transfer to Hastings College.
For the student on a budget, there's no better place to start than Central Community College. Low-cost credit hours and high transfer rates make it the right choice. Call your nearest campus for more information.
It's your choice. Central Community College.
Dad, no, it could be my boss calling about inventory. But it could be Megan. Okay, go ahead. Hold it, it could be the coach calling about a surprise practice.
Maybe it's time to get Caller ID Plus or Caller ID from Alliant Communications. Caller ID Plus displays and stores the names and numbers of incoming callers so you can see who's calling or who called while you were away. Order now and get free activation and free use of a Caller ID unit until May 1st. Call today. Alliant Communications, making it easier to communicate.
The nets are coming down. Josh Kashishki getting hugs. There's a great story behind that. We'll tell you about it in a minute. But first, let's meet the Milford Eagles, state runners-up.
Number 25, Adam Walla. Number 31, Justin Trich. Number 15, Brandon Stutzman. Number 45, Bryce Roth. Number 21, DJ Yoder. Number 11, Chad Geiger. Number 41, TJ Reynolds. And number 51, Dan Mathis. All of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Milford High School, Class C1 State runners-up. And now, to the champions. First, Coach Mark Watton, we have a special award just for you. Now, Coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Introduce them one by one. Number 31, Jake Simon. Number 54, John Vibral. Number 55, Tyler Tolin. Number 23, Josh Kosiski. Number 44, Alex Shada. Number 41, Mike Brigham. Number 21, Heath Stukenholtz. Number 25, Art Rose. Number 33, Josh Price. Number 53, Nick Reimer. Number 42, Ryan Gertz. And number 45, Grant Rubish. The 1998 Nebraska Class C1 High School basketball champion is Wahoo High School. Congratulations, players and coaches.
The Wahoo Warriors are state champions once again. None more happy than young Josh Kosiski. We will chronicle his story and the story of the Milford Eagles. We'll talk to their head coach, Tony Muller, in a moment.
Smiles are our #1 priority. It's why our employee owners work 24 hours a day, every day, to fix problems. From the latest technology to our commitment and track record of responding quickly. At Allied, we always put customer satisfaction first because that's what you deserve. We call it premier service. Our customers call it premier value. Maybe it's why we're Iowa's largest domiciled auto and home insurer. Allied Group, without us, all you have is insurance.
My son says we're spending too much time managing our center pivots. Then he says that with Zomatic's latest technology, he can control our operation from his computer, cell phone, or business band radio. Then he tells me about the 8-year, 8,000-hour drivetrain warranty. It's good to see he wants a Zomatic. I trained him well.
See your Zomatic dealer at Cornhusker Irrigation Incorporated in Columbus, Nebraska Equipment Incorporated in Seward, and Platte River Irrigation and Sports in Grand Island.
Yes, I'm here in the same old spot every year about this time. 'Tis the season for fish, you know. For 30 years, I've eaten fish about every way you can imagine. Oh, help me break the habit.
Announcing new Baja Fish Fajitas from Amigos. A breaded white fish wrapped in a soft tortilla.
I've seen the light.
Go for the food, go for the fun, go for Amigos!
1011 Statistics are brought to you in part by Allied Insurance.
Welcome back to the Vandy Center. Luke Stuckmeyer with Tony Muller, head coach of the Milford Eagles. State runners-up. Everybody knows that Wahoo, Nebraska is the home office to David Letterman, but we also find out that it's the home office of Ryan Gertz. 32 points for them tonight. He was awfully tough to stop.
Yeah, like I said, the first half, I didn't think we played him very well. The second half, we came out, I thought the third quarter, we played him real tough and tried to deny him the ball, but every time he got a shot off, it went in. He was just unbelievable shooting tonight.
You have to be awfully proud of your team, though. Down by 13 at halftime, even bigger at some points, but you cut it down to 2. The team kept fighting back and fighting back. They just didn't have it in the end.
Yeah, that's all I can ask. We just said we were going to go out and play as hard as we could, and the kids did that and cut it to do it, too, and gave ourselves a chance. But like I said, Gertz, he hit him when he had to every time.
Your senior, Chad Geiger, you have to be sad to see him go, but he is a great player. He's a member of our all-state team, a great career at Milford.
Yeah, and he's a great leader. He's a real competitor, and he has been since he was a sophomore at leading the team with the ball, and we're really going to miss him distributing the ball and shooting the ball.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations on a great season. Wish you the best of luck next season as well.
Thank you.
We're going to send it now over to John Bishop, has our final statistics from the C1 final.
You can see why Wahoo is champions. 60% field goal shooting in tonight's game, 21 of 35. Big rebounding advantage. Committed a few more turnovers, but outside of that, Wahoo had a great performance tonight out of Ryan Gertz. 32 points for him. For Milford, Chad Geiger leading their scoring with 21. After the game, Josh Kashishki breaking down in tears. His family was here, but there's a man missing tonight for Josh. 2 years ago, Harry Kashishki died of a heart attack while young Josh was out on a field trip. Harry was a big part of Josh's life and also a big part of the Wahoo program. The black patch that was over the left shoulder of all of the Wahoo players was in memory of Harry Kashishki, and they won this state championship for him. Coming up next, the Class B championship game, but we'll meet the Warriors when we come back.
Ten 11's live coverage of the 1998 State High School Basketball Tournament has been brought to you in part by your local Dodge dealer, Neb Help Student Loan Rate Saver, Big A Auto Parts, NC Plus Hybrids, and your local Ford dealers.
It's March Madness.
We've got all the action.
College hoops.
The road to the Final Four.
Let the madness begin.
March Madness right here on 10/11.
You're watching KOLN Lincoln and KGIN Grand Island.
Welcome back to the Devaney Center. Scott Gilbury backcourt with Coach Mark Watton, coach of the new state C1 champions. Congratulations, Coach. A great game for you.
Thank you. Yeah, it feels real good. You know, I've been in the Wahoo program for, I guess, 12 years now, and I've been through this several times. We were very, very fortunate to coach the type of kids that we have had, but it never gets old, obviously, and it's probably more fun each year. And and for this team to get it together, play so well at the end of the season and win these 3 games. I'm just extremely proud of their effort. And second half, we got a little tentative, and it got close, and we were a little shaky, but they hung in there as a team. They kept the confidence up, made the free throws, and got it done. So,
what do you do? What do you tell the players when you have a comfortable lead like that, and next thing you know, they're right there behind you catching up?
Well, just tried to tell them to continue to play just as hard as they had, and we felt like we could have played a little smarter the second half. We probably rushed things on offense a little bit, but you got to give Milford an awful lot of credit. They started hitting the shots, and you got a player the type of Geiger, he can get you back in the game in a hurry. And a couple of their other kids off the bench, I think, actually hit some threes. And once they got it back inside 10, they had the momentum. Their crowd was into it. Their defense really toughened up, but we started to take better care of the ball and work the basketball, and they ended up fouling us, and we made the free throws. And
the rest is history.
Yeah.
What's it like being part of such a tradition like this? You guys have, correct me if I'm wrong, 8 or 9 championships now.
This would be number 8, I guess, in the 12 years that I've been in Wahoo, and so it's just it's amazing, you know, when you think back of what you know, we've been able to accomplish, and the players, all the players that we've had, and just the tremendous effort and the tremendous play that we've had in the state tournament. I told one of the reporters that Ryan Gertz, the way he played, reminded me of Mike Simons 2 years ago. Just had a huge game, had 30-some points, and big-time players step up, and he certainly ranks right up there with the best of them, so I'm proud of him.
We're proud of you, too. After all, it's the basketball team that's responsible for bringing the home office to Nebraska. Congratulations to the new C1 state champions. We'll be back with a chance to talk to the players after this.
At Good Samaritan Village, you can discover how enjoyable retirement life can be. Feel safe and secure in a Christian community with over 1,000 residents. Replace loneliness and worry with friendship and peace of mind. Retire in comfort with a variety of housing choices, a senior center full of activities, and a 9-hole golf course. Good Samaritan Village in Hastings, where you can live a quality lifestyle on a fixed income. For more information, call 402-463-3181.
Bridal World of Grand Island is the most complete bridal shop in central Nebraska. For the bride, they offer a large inventory of bridal attire, including bridal gowns, veils, bridesmaids' gowns, prom gowns, and much more. For the groom, you can count on Bridal World for an extensive collection of tuxedo styles. Plus, alterations are made easy with their experienced professional seamstresses. At Bridal World, your wedding is as important to them as it is to you. 1020 West 2nd Street in Grand Island.
Introducing a whole new look for Pepsi.
You know we wanna drink P-E-P-S-I. You know we wanna drink P-E-P-S-I. You just open a can. Yeah, there's only one choice. So kick back and enjoy. You know we wanna drink P-E-P-S-I. You know
All new look, same great taste. Pepsi, Generation Next.
Welcome back to the Devaney Center. We just got through completing the state C1 championship, and we have ourselves a new champion, but a familiar team, and that in Wahoo. Standing with me now is Ryan Gertz. Senior, you had an incredible game out there. What was going through your head?
Well, every time I got the ball, I just seemed to find myself open and took the shot and seemed to go in for me.
It was almost as if you were unconscious. This is the kind of game that you dream of. You're a senior. It's a state championship. You saved the best for last.
Yeah, I've been dreaming about this since I was in West Ward and watching all the older high schoolers get it in 88 and 89 and dreamed about being a part of it. And now I got a chance to do it.
Now, back in '96, when you brought home the state championship then, you were a part of that team as well. Talk about the role you played then and how it's changed.
Well, I was just a role player in practice and helped push the seniors in practice and to do what they needed to do to get the job done. And that was basically what I did. And got to suit up one game down here at state. And that was a tough game, but didn't get in that game.
Well, does it kind of help get the juices flowing to make you want to get back here that much more?
Yeah, of course. mean, I saw how they had fun doing it their senior years, and I wanted to get down here and do it, and we did. We got the job done.
You sure did. Congratulations, Ryan Gertz, member of the team. He leads the way. He saves the best for last. He has 33 points on the night. He saves the best for his absolutely last. Alex Shada joining me now, an underclassman. Congratulations to you. When you got the likes of upperclassmen like Gertz, does that kind of motivate you for doing even more?
Oh, it does. I mean, it was their last chance. I mean, he runs track. I mean, but this is their last go-around because, I mean, it was great, but, you know, we practiced hard for it, and it would have been disappointment if we wouldn't have got it, so.
Well, talking to Ryan, he was a member of the state championship team as a sophomore. You have a bigger role as a sophomore, but this make you want to come back that much more?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we always want to come back. I mean, Wahoo has a great tradition, and, I mean, the town, I mean, I don't know if so much depends on us to come back, but we work hard for it, and we've earned what we've got in the last couple of years, so. It's going to make us work hard to come back.
Well, we hope to see you next year. Congratulations to you, Alex. Moving on, we have another guy with a net around his neck. We have Grant Rubish. Congratulations to you. A big game for you, especially being upperclassman.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and all the hard work's finally paid off.
Now, are you like Ryan? Did you come here as an underclassman, sophomore, being a role player? How did that work out coming back now?
Yeah, definitely. I'm basically a role player. A lot of rebounding, blocking shots. I mean, get some points every now and then, but just work hard.
Being a member of a tradition like Wahoo, where they've won 8 state championships.
8 and 98.
Exactly. Hey, there you go. What's that like with the community?
It's a lot of fun. The community really supports us. I mean, they're all for us. They do everything to help us win, throw us pep rallies and everything like that. And it's a lot of fun.
And it's a lot of fun to watch, and it is paying off. Moving along, congratulations to you. Now we're going to talk to Josh Koshiski, another underclassman here, but you as an underclassman as a sophomore are playing some key minutes in there. You got to feel happy about that.
Yeah, I played last year as a freshman, and I just take this pressure really well, and I just wanted to win it.
Does it make you want to come back here that much more?
Oh, yes. I want to come back in next year and then my senior year, too.
Well, you can't blame you for thinking about that, but does it make it that much more special to see the seniors going out in style like they are?
Yeah, I love the seniors. They played with me last year, and I personally just wanted to win it for them.
Good job. Congratulations to Josh Kosicki. Moving on, we have even more guys coming at us. Step right in here. Who do we have here? Done. How's it feel being a member of the state championship team?
Well, feels great. Ain't much to say, but everybody did it for the man upstairs, Josh's dad. We love him dearly. Way to go.
Congratulations to the Wahoo Warriors. They are your new state C1 champions. They are holding the trophy high. We'll be back after this.
Dad's one of the best farmers in the state, but when it comes to computers, he's no expert. So when I told him I could control all our Zematic irrigation systems from a computer, cell phone, or business band radio, he was skeptical. Then I told him about Zematic's 8-year, 8,000-hour drivetrain warranty. That got him. Yeah, don't know what he'd do without me.
See your Zematic dealer at Cornhusker Irrigation Incorporated in Columbus, Nebraska Equipment Incorporated in Seward, or Platte River Irrigation and Sports in Grand Island.
So, if you're gonna stick that jump, tame that bull, or cast that fly, you don't want to miss your local Ford dealer's spring break. Get where you want to go with the tough Ford F-150 STX. Now just $229 a month for 24 months with just $500 down. Get a 4.2-liter V6 with AC and 17-inch off-road wheels, all for just $229 a month. So what are you waiting for? Get where you want to go with the F-150. See your local Ford dealer during spring break now.
Once upon a mattress, a prince so restless began to wonder if he had the posture to be a future king. Oh, if I had a fine mattress, it would help my posture. Wisely, he came to the showroom of Lincoln Mattress Company, where he found kings, queens, royally comfortable mattresses of every size for every posture. That's because Lincoln Mattress Company makes their own mattresses, plush, comfortable, posture-supported mattresses that are fit for you. Come to the showroom of Lincoln Mattress Company. Once upon our mattress for the rest of your life.
Welcome back to the Vandy Center. One more game to go, the Class B final. You know, the Wendy's High School Heisman Award, we've been talking about it for the last 2 weeks. It's been founded in order to represent high school athletes who are great in the classroom, in the community, and also, of course, on the athletic field. Mike Craig is here from Wendy's. Mike, how does a principal go about getting one of their students nominated for this next year?
Well, each high school principal should get a packet
He can nominate 2 students that qualify in academics, sports, and community involvement.
Okay, Danielle Carpenter, this year's winner from Sutton High School. You're here now. What do you do once the nomination is given to you? There's a lot of work still involved.
Yeah, once you get the nomination by your principal, there's a boy and a girl nominated. You fill out the application, which is quite a lengthy application, and mail it in. And from there, there are 10 state boys and state girls winners selected. And from there, there's 1 boy and 1 girl from each state selected. And then from there, it's region finalists. There are 6 regions, so there's 6 boys and 6 girls, and they get to go to New York City.
New York City, not bad, Mike.
Right.
It does take a lot of work, and Wendy's is involved in this locally as well.
Yes, that's right.
Tell us about that.
We have a human resource manager in Omaha, and she takes care of sending all the information to the schools. And anybody that needs help can contact her at the Omaha office. Her name is Robin Neiman.
Nominations are coming up real soon, correct?
That's right. I think it comes up here in May. I think they come out in May.
And these are nominations for people that will be seniors next year, so currently juniors. The class that already won, we've got our winner sitting right here. What was that trip to New York like, Danielle?
What's that?
What was the trip to New York like?
Oh, wow. It was just a rush. It was a lot of fun. It was really neat to meet people from all over the United States that really have high expectations of themselves. And also it was really fun to see all the celebrities and meet all the actual Heisman finalists and just be in New York City and experience the Big Apple.
Charles Woodson and Danielle Carpenter, both in the same place at the same time. Who would ever have thought? Thanks for joining us tonight, both. We will have that Class B final. We return at the Bob Devaney Sports Center.
10-11 Scholar Athlete Salute is brought to you in part by the Nebraska State Education Association. Ryan Gaylor is a 3-year letterman in track and basketball at Wisner-Pilger High School. He's the leading scorer and rebounder on this year's team. Ryan's earned 3 academic letters, a spot on an all-state team. He's been on honor roll all 4 years and is a member of the National Honor Society. Ryan recently won the State Voice of Democracy contest and represented Nebraska in our nation's capital. Congratulations, Ryan.
In today's public schools, our children are facing higher academic standards. Their courses are harder, more challenging, and that requires innovative instruction. In fact, you might not even recognize the classrooms of today. Then again, you might.
Okay, class, time's up. Put your pencils down and pass your papers forward.
Public schools work.
Welcome back to the Devaney Center. We're getting ready for Beatrice and Pius in the Class B final, joined by Jim Riley, director of the NSAA. Last week we had the big snowstorm, better weather this week for the boys tournament.
Yes, it has been. The first day we hurt a little bit with the cold temperature and the snow on the ground, but after that things have picked up and we've had an excellent tournament.
Has the crowd been more than you expected, less than you expected compared to other years?
Well, it's probably about our average. I think we're going to end up somewhere between 96 and 100,000, and that's about what our average is. I think if we hadn't got hit on the first day, we'd probably had a record crowd. But, you know, with as cold as it was and with driving conditions the way they were, people just a little bit reluctant to come out.
Jim, the theme of this tournament has to be, at least the boys tournament, has to be tradition. Everybody's repeating here. We had Philly winning their last year. Wahoo wins again. Northeast wins their 4th one. Some great games throughout this tournament.
Yes, it has been. We've had a real good final round. You know, every ball game, at one time it might look like the team was going to spread it out, and all of a sudden the other team came back, and it ended up being a real thrilling game, each one of them.
The NSAA is going to be losing a very special member in Condi Sargent here coming up in the offseason. He's going to retire. He's been assistant director forever over here at the NSAA, and a Distinguished Service Award. Talk about Condi. He's just a great person.
Well, Condi is, you know, he's been with us 22 years, and prior to that, he was with the Lincoln Journal-Star and the Omaha World Herald as their preparator, and has done a tremendous job for high school sports in the state of Nebraska, and we hate to see him leave. We wish him the best of luck, and I'm sure we'll see him around some in the future.
It certainly is a busy, busy sports world once football season starts for the University of Nebraska here in Lincoln, all the way through this boys and girls basketball tournament. But the sports season isn't over. There's still more going on in high school here in the spring.
Yes, we'll, in sports, we'll go until May, and then in the last 2 weeks in May, we have all of our spring championships. Now, in March, we still got a couple events coming up. Next week, we have our state debate tournament. The week after that, we have our state speech tournament. Our state speech tournament is a huge tournament. We have about 900 contestants will come into Lincoln, and so we've still got a full